Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Poorboys Little Homestead. As always, if this is your first time here, thanks for dropping in. Feel free to drop in anytime you feel, my friend. Guys, today we got a little package here we're going to do an unboxing on. Now you can see I'm in my shed because it's rainy and hazy outside. So I'm going to start this video off with the unboxing of this product, and then we're going to move forward. It may be tomorrow or the next day, but we're going to install this product and we're going to do a review on it, and it's going to go through a couple of nights of showing y'all what it looks like at night. What we have here is a 200 watt 6000K commercial solar powered street light. This street light here has three functions on it. It's got the motion sensor, or you can set it for light sensor, and it's got a remote control. You can turn it on and off, or you can set it to come on at times. This light's IP65 waterproof, so that means you can install it out in the rain or snow, wherever you need it. It's called a street light. It also comes where you can conveniently mount it on a wall or a pole. Now right there, I'm got two different places. I'd love to have two of these lights because I really want one out in my garden area, but I want one out at my tractor shop where I ain't got no electricity. So I'm undecided, but we'll decide where we're gonna mount this for when we get to that step. But right now we've been to unbox this. I already cut the tape off the top. It comes well packaged, you can see, because it's a box inside a box. So you can see all I've done is cut the first box open. I didn't cut the second box. So we're going to throw this little box right here over to the side. Get us a box cutter. And we're going to open this baby doll up and see what she looks like. Well packaged, as you can see. So I'm gonna get these out. Let me move my coffee cup. I think I'll get me another little swig. Looks like this box has your mounting hardware in it. Thank you. Let's light up your way to home. KINGHE. K-I-N-G-H-E. There's the remote control, and the batteries come with the light. Now, I don't imagine that's waterproof, so you don't want to leave that outside. You pick this light up. This is a pretty good size street light, guys. I'm anxious to see how much lighting it puts off out at my shop. Here's a quick reference user manual. Remote control instructions. Get my knife back out and cut this plastic it come in. And I got something right here soft that I'm going to lay this on because I don't want to scratch the lens up. Now you can see the back of it, how big the solar panel is, guys. The whole back ain't nothing but a solar panel. In the front you got your two LEDs. Looks like you got a solar street lamp on and off. Ooh, it's already charged. That's gonna put off a pretty good bit of light out there at the tractor shed where it ain't no light. But that's the unboxing of this product. It's heavy made. It ain't made of no plastic. It's made of aluminum. Let's get the mounting bracket out and see how it looks like she's gonna mount. It looks like it comes with the what it looks like here, guys, if you want to mount this on a wall, and it's got a bracket with the bolts. There's all different ways I can see I can mount this without looking at the directions. Or if you already got a pole this size, it's just gonna slide right into there. I ain't gotta loosen the bolts off so it'll slide up in there. But I'm thinking it's gonna mount on my shed, the front of my shed, just like that. Now I may have to poor boy engineer me a bracket on my shed, but that's something I'm gonna work on between the unboxing here and before I start installing it for y'all. But in case any of you guys are wondering what size pipe this is, that's a 2 1/4 inch outside diameter pipe. In case you have somewhere you think you may want to install it, that's a 2 1/4 inch outside diameter pipe. Alright guys, that's all for the unboxing of this product. Look like it come very well boxed. It's very heavy duty, made of aluminum. It ain't made of, it's made of aluminum, and it feels like maybe some sheet metal. It's heavy. I like how the whole back is the solar panel. So that's going to do it for our unboxing. Like I said, I'm going to get the directions, do a little study up on it so I know how to run it and operate it. And then we're going to continue this video on installing this product. Okay guys, so now we're about ready to go outside and install this light. I decided I'm going to put this light out at my tractor shed, so the sun come out today and the rain went away, so we're going to get to put this up today. And I had to make me a little bracket for the top peak of my shed, the way I'm going to mount it. But the way this pole that comes with this, the way it's made to mount, if you got a pole of any size, it's probably not over 3 inches wide though, this would clamp onto your pole just like that, and then the light slides on it. If you want to mount it to a wall, you just butt it up straight on the wall, and it comes with anchor bolts. Even if you got a concrete wall, you can just drill into that concrete wall and put these anchor bolts in there, and when you tighten it up, these anchor bolts spread apart. Now the bolts it come with ain't quite long enough for me to mount where I want to mount mine, so I've got some bolts here of my own that I had. And like I said, we're going to mount this, and I'm going to use this bracket the way I poor boy engineered my bracket in my shed. Y'all see in a little bit, and it's going to mount in the peak just like that. So guys, after looking at this, the only instructions that come with this is this little instruction page right here for the remote. And I went back and I looked through the book, through the box, and I couldn't find no other instructions with this. So we're going to go over this instruction manual real quick. And before you put your light up, you want to turn the power button on. It's got a red power button on and off right here. You want to turn it on. I've already turned mine on. So you got an on and off button, an on the left and an off on the right. And you can see that turns it on, off turns it off. But then as you come down these buttons, you got a radar sensing mode, 3 hours. And I'm assuming radar sensing is same thing as motion activated, I'm hoping. But in the middle button there, you got a bright and dim where you can dim it or you can brighten it. I'm going to turn it back off. Then on the button on the left side, you got time setting for 3 hours. I'm assuming that means the light will stay on for 3 hours and then go off. On the right, straight across from that, you got a timing setting for 5 hours. Then you got a button for time setting for 12 hours. Then you got a button for radar sensing mode for 12 hours. A time setting for 5 hours. And then it switches back to radar setting mode for 7 hours. Then you got a button that says time setting for 3 hours, and it'll switch to radar setting mode for 9 hours. Then it's got a time setting for 8 hours, which switched to radar sensing setting mode for 4 hours. So guys, we're going to install this, and then I'm going to play with it as it gets dark. And we're going to show y'all how bright it is outside. And then when I learn exactly what these do in the next steps of this video, maybe I can explain a little more to y'all what exactly that does. But I'm thinking radar sensing mode 5 hours. I don't know why, if that means motion activated for 5 hours and then it's not motion activated no more. I'm not understanding that part. But we'll get to that figured out though. But right now we've been to move out to my tractor shed and we've been to install this light. Alright guys, y'all can see where I'm going to install it on my tractor shed. I just bent this metal up right here. And I drilled me 2 holes through this C-purling. And then I had to put me another bracket across here for the bottom 2 holes. So that's how we've been to install this. And also this pipe is on a little bit of a slope. So you want it sloped up. So you want this brace piece under the bottom. You don't want it turned over like that. You want that brace under the bottom because that supports the weight of it. Like I said, it come with bolts to install it, but they just wasn't long enough to go through this purling on this shed. So I had some bolts here that were long enough to reach. So depending on where you're going to put your light, you may have to do some engineering of your own to make it go where you want it. Now I know some of you watching real close and you saying, well, he didn't put them top bolts through that back bracket. No, I didn't. Because they threw that C-purling and my bolts ain't quite long enough to go through it all. So they on that thick purling, so it ain't gonna go nowhere. But on this thin purling, I'm putting a bracket back there and it serves as a clamp, so to speak. But trust me, it ain't gonna go nowhere. Now if I'd have had some longer bolts, I could have put the top bolts right on through the bracket also. But like I said, it ain't going nowhere. Now I'm gonna get down, guys, and I'm gonna get the light. This is where if I had some help, I wouldn't have to climb back down, would I? You tighten these little screws up right here on the bottom, snug against your pipe, and that keeps your light from spinning. So there she is. That's a good looking light, guys. And it was a hard decision for me to decide if I wanted it here on my shed or out there at my garden where my rabbits and quails and chickens are. I would love to have two of them, one here and one out there, but I chose to put this one on my tractor shed because I'm out here at the tractor shed a lot, and you see there's light bulbs hanging under there, but the only way I get electricity out here, I have to run a extension cord, and I don't leave a cord run out here. I just have them in case I gonna do some work out here and I know I'm gonna be working, then I run a cord. So that's why I'm putting this light here. Maybe one day I can get one to put out at my rabbit pen, chicken pen, and garden area. Alright guys, this concludes the installation part of it. You can see how quick that is to install. Nothing to it. Took me longer to drill my holes through that purling, and I didn't record that for y'all because that ain't part of the light, so that's just going to be however you need to mount your light. But that concludes this part of mounting the light. We're going to let it charge the rest of the evening. We're going to come out here right before dark, and we're going to turn it on and go through the settings. One thing, don't forget when you install it while you're up here to make sure your power switch is on. We're going to come back out at dark, like I said, and we're going to have the remote, and we're going to turn it on, and we're going to see what some of these settings do. I'm not understanding the 12 hours and the 5 hours and the 8 hours on the radar. I don't know if that means you set it for 12 hours, look like the max. I don't know if that means the next night you got to set the motion sensor slash radar back again for that night, or it'll stay set. That's something we're going to have to play with and see, because like I said, it wasn't nothing in the directions explaining that part of it. But we're going to see if we can figure it out for y'all, and we'll be back after a while when it gets dark. Alright guys, we out here at night. This is how much light this 200 watt 6000K puts off. I am very pleased with this light. And they do make a 300 watt one. It puts off a lot of light, guys. Now yes, it's mostly straight down, but it lights up. It's a dark night because it's a cloudy night. Been raining, and it lights up. Them trailers right there from that light. Now you can just see that light went to dim. Now what I got this light set on right now is called the 12-hour radar, which I'm calling it a 12-hour motion light. And the best I can figure out right now, you see it's on dim. So it's gonna stay on dim, but when you walk out here under it and it gets motion, then it brightens back up. So I'm assuming it stays on dim light all the time. And see, when I got up there about 12 foot of it, it brightened back up. We're gonna back off. So I'm assuming the light stays on all night long on the 12-hour radar, but it just goes to dim. We're gonna stand back here and watch it go to dim again. You can see the mosquitoes is all flying. They eating me up out here. See it go to dim? We're gonna walk back up there, and it'll come back to bright. But if you hit the off button, it just totally turns it off, and it won't come back on. So I ain't sure exactly how all these settings. Now I can take the dim. See, I can hit the dim button and make it dim by itself. I got my flashlight shining out here too right now. Now then I just turned it on 12-hour light. Not 12-hour radar. Just turned it on 12-hour light. And we're gonna see if it goes dim when it's just on 12-hour light or it stays on bright. It's looking like when it's just on light, wherever how much time you put it, it's gonna stay on. Now I can manually turn it to dim, but I got it on bright right now on 12 hours and it looks like it's gonna stay bright. So it's staying bright, so I'm gonna walk back up here close enough to make the remote work. The remote, now you gotta be up here with about 15 foot from it for the remote to work. All right, y'all see it just blink, and I turned it to 12-hour radar. So we're gonna back off, and we're gonna see if it dims itself. Yep. So 12-hour radar must means it's on radar for 12 hours, but the light goes to dim, but it stays on for 12 hours, and then the radar picks it up, motion activate. When I walk up here, then it brightens back up. There it goes. I was hoping it had it to where the light would go totally off and then be motion activated. But the way it's working right now, it looks like it's gonna stay on dim. Because your other settings would just be for less hours. I guess if you had it on 3 hours radar, it would do this right here for 3 hours, and then it would go off and it wouldn't come back on no matter what. I'm gonna watch it after a while and see if it stays on like that all night long, if it stays on dim like it is. All right guys, so y'all can see I'm out here in the daylight again. And after playing with this light for a couple of nights, I think I got it figured out so I can give y'all a little directions on how it works. But on the remote, like I was saying, you got the on and off, and you turn the light on. And I don't know if y'all can see, but right here, that's why I got up here so I could point it out to y'all. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but that light's flashing green. When that light's flashing green right here, that means you got it on a radar time setting. But you can set it, like I said, for 3 hours, and what it is, the light stays on for 3 hours, and then it goes dim, and it stays on radar, and anytime you have a motion up here, the light will turn back bright. After you walk off a little while, no motion, then the light will go back dim. Looks like you can set it for 3-hour radar, 5-hour radar, and 12-hour radar. Now the way I got mine set, I turn it on 12 hours, and then at dark, the light will come on automatically on dim, and then when there's a motion out here to get bright. Now when you turn it to a time setting, to just stay on for 12 hours, or just stay on for 3 hours, or just stay on for 5 hours, that light right here is blinking red. So of course, I can see it here, and in the evenings and nights, you can look and see that light blinking, and you'll know what it's set on. But that's how it works. And so far I've been pretty happy with it. Now I ain't gonna lie, when I first seen this light, I didn't know that it stayed on dim all the time. I thought it would go totally off, and then the radar I thought meant like a motion light. When there was a motion, the light would come on. But what the radar, it seems to be working on this, is your light's always on dim. And let me dim it. I know it's daylight and y'all can't tell it, but the light's on dim, and you can brighten it. You can brighten it and dim it. But if you out here where you gonna work, you can turn it on just to stay on, and you can have it just on dim, or you can just have it on bright. You can set that either way you want it. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to turn my light on, and I'm going to set it back to my 12 hours, and you'll see that green light blinking. And that's the way I'm going to leave it set. Now it's set for 12 hours because the light's blinking, but I went on and turned it off. So at dark, my light will come on. Like I said, it'll be dim. Then when there's motion out here and the radar picks it up, the light will get bright. But guys, they sell this light. This is a 200 watt, but they sell a 300 watt also. Now I'm going to attach affiliated link to this light in the description below this video, but I'm also going to attach the link to the 300 watt one in case you would like the 300 watt one. You seen, I mean, it's good enough to me out here around my shop, just this 200 watt one. But of course, if you want to spend a little more, you can get the 300 watt one, and it's be 100 watts brighter. But like I said again, I'm going to attach the links below in the description below this video. I thank y'all for watching. I hope this video helped someone out. Maybe you've been thinking about one of these lights and wanted to see a review and how they installed, what someone thought about them. Now, like I said, I ain't had this but a couple of nights up here, but it's good heavy duty built light. You seen the big solar panel on back, easy to mount, supposed to be waterproof. But I think it's a pretty good light they got here myself. But guys, thanks for watching. If you like these videos, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't never subscribed, please hit that button and subscribe. It really helped me in growing this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. God bless. See y'all next time.